Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Mikhail Haidar Daffa, and here I'm going to present my paperwork. And my research paper is about medical student perceptions of lecturers in online lectures at the Medical Faculty of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And here's my outline. Start with introduction, and then method and instrument, and then findings. The next one is discussion, and the last one, it must be a conclusion. So let's start with introduction. For the background, I'm using of lecturers and teaching. So lectures is, as we know, is helping student to learn, and then who contributes in environmental knowledge. And in teaching is aimed for student comprehension. Good teaching is depends on the lecturers itself, and then the concept that the lecturer bring it on in the class. So due to online learning, it's difficult to achieve the student expectation. And for my research aim is to find out the perception of lecturers from the participant expectation for the lectures from the student. The next one is, so here's my research question. There are two research questions for my aim research. So the first one is, what is student perception of the lecturer in the Faculty of Medicine in Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta? And the second one is, what kind of lecturer does student want in the University of Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta itself? So here, the method and instrument that I use in my paperwork. The first one is the participant. So my participant for my research on my sample are composed with 3 different samples, with of course no age limit, and then of course it's from medical student of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. The second one is instrument. The instrument, I'm using a qualitative method, and then it consists of 5 open questions. And then for the procedures, I'm using online interview. So the first one, I'm contacting my friend and ask if he was willing to be a participant of my paperwork, and then I made the schedule for an interview, and the interview is conducted online via Zoom platform. And here's my findings. So in findings, I asked several aspects for the findings. The first one is the opinion about the online lectures, and then the second one is about lecturers during the online lectures, and then the third one is type of lecturer that expected, and then the next one is the student response if they feel inadequate with the lecturers, and then the last one is the what's supposed to be the whole teaching process is done. So so here I'm fine. The participant is quite satisfied with the lecturers, but there are several things that make the lecture is not going well and need to be considered to be better comprehension. So here's for my discussion from the result. These are for the analyze. For the first one is learning process. So in the first one is learning process. Learning process should be enjoyable, and then interactive teaching, explore with a wide range of different technique in teaching, not just reading the PowerPoint, but giving some visualization like graphics, video from YouTube, something like that. And all the participants have the same response that the learning process better with offline plus, and the lecture give two-way learning process, so it's not one-way learning process. So as a student uh, gives the giving some opinions about the material, and the lecturers give some uh, another opinion for the material. And then for the student expectation, um, they expect an attractive two-way learning process, and then not boring, adapting with the situation, giving the motivation at the end, so they always motivated with the motivation from the lecturers. So as the student, if the lecturer can make it the class become attractive, fun, we have to make it fun. Don't let the class become stressful and make it, and if that's happen, it makes the low comprehensive for us. So from my research, I can conclude that my participant is satisfied with the lecturer, but with online class and then several problems during the class, like signal, and then some lecturers who is old that can using some platforms like Zoom or MS Teams. It can be a big problem, and it makes the lecture worse, and it needs to be figured out to make it lecture become attractive, like visualization, YouTube learning method, two-way learning process. So regarding the whole research, it is far from perfect, right? So there are a lot of improvement that can be done. I will suggest the first one is the increasing of number of participants, so it become more answer, more better for the, and make it better for the paperwork. And then the second one is make a deeper question. I think for my question is not deeper enough for the better data. And the last one is try to make it quantitative. It might be better for the wider participants, because it's for, if I'm using qualitative, because it's it's only less than qualitative, I think. So that's all from me. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.